I didn't have the traditional exposure to poetry that other poets speak of. I I don't have a list of poets' names to refer to as who inspired me, unless we're talking about the Iliad or Song of Solomon and Psalms. I grew up around music, so the poetry that I heard were song lyrics. And what I noticed was as I got older, my peers would be into these songs and talking about, oh, that's beautiful. I love that song. It's romantic. And I was always the odd one out, kind of pausing, like, nah, are you hearing what they're saying though? I don't. I separated the melody from the lyrics because I paid attention to the poetic quality in these songs. I read. I read constantly. I read multiple books at one time. I would walk down the street reading a book. So I would have authors' names that came to mind as far as what I was drawn to, and there were passages from these books that I would stop and pause and think over. Just because of how they were written, some passages felt poetic before I knew that terminology, before I understood the different writing styles, and that's what I paid attention to, especially descriptive passages, things that were visual and made you feel like you were there. And so when it comes to writing, when I started writing free verse, that was the first style of poetry I started naturally writing, was free verse. I absolutely tapped into the visual aspects of writing because when I read my books, that was what captured my interest. That's what intrigued me. That's what made me love to read, was being able to see what the writer, what the author was describing.